Hello again, class. I'm going to go over the syllabus right now just so that we can go over some important points and make sure that you guys, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, or you can download the app Pronto and enter your email that you use here at Santiago Canyon College, and you can chat in real time with me. So let's go ahead and get started. From your homepage, you're going to either click this link, or you can also click the link in this menu right here. So whichever you choose, it'll lead you to the syllabus. And we'll go over it right now. And you will see that the syllabus looks like this. And you can scroll through it. You can even download it if you choose to. We're going to maximize it so you guys can read it. Let me zoom this. Okay, that looks better. So this is Marketing 112, Section 54804, Principles of Advertising. All of you should have already taken Marketing 113, which is Introduction to Marketing, I believe. So this is the second part of that. This will be focusing mostly on advertising. So as was said in the welcome video, you will be learning about the impact of advertising on the American economy and how it fits within the broader disciplines of business and marketing. Also, how it relates to journalism and the field of communication, and the use of persuasive techniques with products, services, or ideas. You will discover what advertising people do and how they do it, the artistic creativity and technical expertise required, and career opportunities within the field. So instead of focusing on the basic principles of marketing, we are moving towards the basic principles of advertising. Why do people, or why do we purchase the things we do? Is it because of what we see through ads or through movies where they're advertising something like subliminally? Anyways, so we will, of course, um, apply these principles to our time right now, uh, our environment, our communities. We won't be looking at the big picture unless we're going to apply those principles to our small community here. Some student learning outcomes that I hope you will be able to glean from this course are the ability to describe how advertising is used to convey information, influence society, and even shape cultural values. I hope you will be able to identify methods of market segmentation. All of you should know what market segmentation is and how companies use this information to meet corporate goals. You should also be able to distinguish between wants and needs, recognize emotional triggers used in advertising, and understand how persuasion is accomplished. Class meetings are this is an asynchronous online course, so we don't have scheduled meetings. Everything you need will be on Canvas. You just log in, go through the module, and then all the assignments, projects, exams will be on Canvas. I will be tracking your attendance through your login regularly. If you haven't logged in for over 3 days, I will send you an email to confirm that you're still in the course and that you would still like to take the course. So there are no textbooks. You don't have to purchase any textbooks for this course. The only supplies and materials you will need is your laptop, computer, or your mobile device. And make sure you have video recording capabilities so that you can complete the final project, which will include a video of yourself. And some of the assignments also throughout the semester, I'll be requiring a video to be submitted. These are just some key things to think about. Be ready to learn, provide feedback, do the work, communicate, and ask questions. And of course, share your ideas, because we learn from the perspectives of others, right? And it expands on our own knowledge. And then, of course, I will do my best to provide insight, added value and knowledge to the topic, be available and present for you, be open to ideas and opinions, and hopefully create an environment where all of you feel comfortable to provide feedback, and also to post or to explain your own perspective, and also to be able to learn these concepts in the best way possible that fits you, your individual learning style. An important part of the syllabus to always go back to are the grades, how I will grade you in this course. Um, it breaks down the discussion board assignments, quizzes, and final project. Your discussion board is worth 50 points each, and there will be 7 discussion boards. There will also be 7 assignments at 100 points each, and then 2 quizzes at 100 points each. And then your final project will be due on the final day, and it's 500 points. So altogether, you should have 1,750 points by the end of the semester to get a perfect grade. And then the breakdown of points needed to receive each of these letter grades and each of these percentages is listed in the table below. So go ahead and review this. I'm sure it's really straightforward. I'm sure you guys can go through it. Some of the tasks that you'll be doing in this course include the discussion board. Think of this like a two-way conversation. It begins with your initial a post that is due each week by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. So before you even respond to another student or your fellow colleagues, you'll be required to post your initial post by 11:59 each week on Wednesday. This initial post is the response to the weekly prompt or question. After this, you will respond to the post of your fellow colleagues each week by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. It is important to note that these posts and responses should be substantive in nature. And what I mean by that is that if you are if the question is asking you to describe an advertisement and it shows you maybe a poster or a video, um, it wouldn't be counted as points to put that's cool, or I like that, or I agree, or you're right. Substantive means to build upon the idea or the question or the prompt. So an example would be if you saw an advertisement asking, what do you think about this advertisement? How does it make you feel? This is just an example. I won't be asking you how an advertisement makes you feel, but a substantive post would be, I believe this advertisement is trying to convey X message about XXX. So it needs to be a full idea, a full sentence, or even if it's a sentence like that was cool, that's not a good response. I need it to build upon the idea and provide your own feedback and your own perspectives. It makes the conversation easier for others to see how your input can be used to build upon their perspective as well. I hope that made sense. But in other words, you should be sharing feedback and or ideas. So points will be deducted for one-worded posts or responses. So if your response is not substantive, then I will be taking off 2 points from that response. Finally, there is a 2-point deduction for late posts or responses for each day submission is late. So if your post is late by 2 days, it's 4 points off your discussion board points. If it's late by 10 days, then it's 20 points off. And we can talk about late assignments later on. Assignments, these can include critical thinking exercises, article reactions, and group activities. It may include posting videos on Canvas. You will complete the assignments according to the details and instructions and submit them through Canvas. Each assignment will be due each week by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. There will be a deduction in points depending on the submission date. There will be 2 quizzes, remember. It will consist of multiple choice, true or false, fill in the blank, and essay type questions. They will be due each week on Sunday by 11:59 p.m. Unfortunately for quizzes and the final project, there are no late submissions, so it's really important for you to make sure that you know which week has quizzes so that they can be submitted on time. Your final project details will be coming either the second week or the third week so that you guys can get started early. This will be an individual project. You'll be using Microsoft PowerPoint or Google Slides to create a presentation. In addition, you'll be required to record your presentation and submit it to the final project page. More details on this project will be provided on the third week of class. The final project is due by last Sunday at 11:59 p.m. And again, for the final project, since it's on the last day, due on the last day, there are no extensions and there are no late submissions accepted. Very important, late assignment guidelines. All tasks should be submitted on time. I understand that there can be emergencies or sudden hiccups that maybe cause you to not be able to turn in an assignment or a discussion board. If you are unable to submit discussion board posts or weekly assignments by the due date, you will need to communicate this with the instructor before the task is due. So letting me know after the task was already due may result in points being deducted. But if you let me know 2 days ahead, 2 to 3 days ahead of time that you have an emergency, something came up, you can't turn in the assignment on time, we can discuss arrangements for that. The 2 quizzes and final project must be submitted by the assigned due date. Late submissions will not be accepted. So I'm going to repeat that because a lot of times students don't remember that the quizzes can't be turned in late. Just remember, if you submit your quiz, it is time-stamped. Every assignment, every discussion board, quiz, or project is time-stamped on Canvas. So I go by whatever time you submitted to Canvas. Late submissions will not be accepted. Important dates to remember. February 10th, that's when we start the course. February 19th is the last day to add. It is also the last day to drop a grade. That means that if you drop on February 19th, all your progress just erases and you start fresh by signing up for the class again. You don't have any grades for that. And it doesn't count against your transcripts. If you decide to drop the class afterwards, before or on March 23rd, 2025, you will receive a W, and that will count towards your transcript and may affect any financial aid or grants that you may be signing up for. So I advise you, if you decide to drop the class, to drop it by February 19th, preferably by 5 p.m. on February 19th. And you can do that on your self-service. If you don't communicate to me before 5 p.m. on February 19th that you want to drop the class and you want me to drop you, you will remain on the roster. So make sure that you either communicate that to me or go ahead and drop yourself from the self-service website. I'm not going to go into detail for the SEC policies and guidelines. I'm going to let you all go ahead and read this for yourselves. These are just the absent drop policies, academic honesty policy, disability accommodations. This is very important for you to read. If you need to access any resources on SEC, whether you're a current SEC student, all of you are current SEC students, by the way, but let's say you've been going to the college for a while, you are able to use any and all resources that the college has to offer. Also, if you're a high school student and you're taking college courses, which is identified as the dual enrollment students, you also have access to any and all resources on the SCC campus. Even the library, the virtual library, if you have access to it, you can you definitely can access anything that SCC has. So if you have any questions on anything, any of the SCC policies or guidelines, please let me know. Please read them carefully. Student conduct, Title IX statement. This is very important. The information here is very important as well. Within our course, I just want to remind everyone that you will be required to log in regularly each week to be considered an active student. So that doesn't mean that you have to log in every single day from Sunday to Sunday. No. As long as I see a regular routine login each week and you are completing the tasks, then I won't email you and notify you that I haven't seen activity and you may be dropped. So if I don't see any activity on Canvas for 3 to 5 days and you don't respond to my email that I send out to confirm whether you are still in the course, I will automatically drop you from the course. Participation. Your participation is tracked through our discussion board posts. Of course, substantive posts and responses are required for credit. Academic honesty. Sorry about that. I just flipped this up. Any form of plagiarism, cheating, and dishonesty is unacceptable. Any incident will be dealt with. Cheating on a test will result in a failing grade. Plagiarism, which is submitting another individual's work as your own, will result in a failing grade. These acts of academic dishonesty will be reported to the appropriate officials. According to SCC policies, they may result in suspension or expulsion. Please, 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 this course is not challenging. The concepts are important if you're going into the marketing field, especially if you're going into business. It's very important, but it's not rocket science. So please just try to do the work. Try to do the work yourself. You'll realize that everything we do in this course is actually pretty simple. Student and instructor interaction. This is a completely online course with no in-person meetings. There are a diverse variety of perspectives present. Please be considerate when engaging with your colleagues and instructor. So this really applies to the discussion board. I want everybody to be comfortable to share their ideas or provide feedback, and make sure when you are providing feedback or interacting with your fellow colleagues, either on the discussion board or on group projects, that you are considerate of what it feels like to be in an online environment. We can't see each other's face unless we're recording ourselves. So when we post our responses or our feedback to each other, or even communicate with each other through email or through Pronto, it's very important that we use appropriate language that's both professional and also considerate and to your fellow colleagues. When I put the instructor in there as well, you don't have to say ma'am or any what can we say? We can have regular dialogue, but with a level of professionalism put in there. Student conduct, there will be an emphasis on creating an environment that is conducive to learning all students. Disruptions will be dealt with as a conduct violation. Violators can be dismissed from class and referred to campus officials for violation of the student code. So it's important that we respect each other and we are considerate of each other, and maybe some of us don't have the same background as others, so our learning styles will be different. And then we are also a class full of both dual enrollment students and current SEC students. So the age group is diverse. So please, appropriate behavior. If you have any questions on these course conduct guidelines, please feel free to email me or as I said, pronto. And then I'll let you read the instructor bio. I just put that in so you don't think I'm a bot or just AI that's talking to you. It's important to remember this. The best way to contact me is through Pronto. The reason why I like this is because it's like a text message app. Instead of giving each other our phone numbers, we can just log into Pronto with the email that we use from Santiago Canyon College, and then your course should show up, and then you just click on it and you can talk to either this instructor or myself. Now, it's important to note that if you have personal or confidential information to share with me, please email me. Please do not put your personal or confidential information on Pronto. And this means like grades, or let's say you're going to turn in something late, but it's for a very personal and private reason. Please don't put that on Pronto. Anything personal and confidential, please email me. The only issue with emailing me is that it'll take between 24 to 48 hours for my response. I get a lot of emails, so I have to like weed through them to make sure that I get your emails. So it's important to put your name, the course code, your name in the subject area so that I know, oh, this is one of my students. I need to read this email first. And if you want to, you can also put the exclamation mark on your email, and then I'll get to it right away. But 24 to 48 hours for email. Pronto, I can respond to you if I'm not busy within a minute or two. Should you need to meet with me I put at, I don't know why, but it should say on Zoom, please contact me with the request. I don't mind if you want to meet with me, not face to face, but video to video. You can definitely schedule a Zoom meeting with me and we can go over whatever issue you have come across. But those requests need to come through email, and then we can set up a time. And it should be preferably a week in advance, not the next day. Okay. The weekly schedule is very important. As you can see, this column has the week and the dates on labeled. This column will have what we're going to go over during that week, all the way down to the end. And then this column are all your assignments, quizzes, discussion boards, and then of course your final project. There is only 8 weeks in this course, so it's a very accelerated course. As you can see, some of these topics are going to be squished together in 1 week. If we have to move certain assignments or quizzes or anything over, it will adjust the points that are available. So let me just clarify that. This is an important page. That's why it's separate if you want to just take it out and then put it on your calendars. Let's go back to the grading scale and also the points possible. So as you can see, this is the current points possible. But this syllabus can change according to the semester. So if there happens to be emergency that any of us may have, I will adjust the assignments and quizzes, final project. The final project will not be adjusted, but the discussion board assignments or quizzes can be adjusted to a different date. And if I need to eliminate discussion boards or assignments, I will adjust the points accordingly, and then it will adjust any points needed to get the final grade. If you have any questions on that, I can clarify it with you if you'd like. So I didn't want to take up that much of your time. If you have any detailed questions that you need to be answered, please feel free to email me. My email is right here. Download the Pronto app on your phone. It's in the App Store or the Apple Store. And I look forward to working with all of you.